sea of red reflection behind us is the Swiss Pavilion at 2020 Expo Dubai.
That's right, Ruja. The whole theme of the Swiss Pavilion here is about reflection. It takes you through a journey of all the great Swiss attributes with innovation, reflection, and they even actually have a whole fog immersed experience where it's like you're going through your own mountain.
So join us for the interview with
Emmanuel, who's the Commissioner General here at the beautiful Swiss Pavilion.
We'll see you then. Thank you, Manuel, for having us here today at your Swiss Pavilion at Expo 2020 in Dubai. Now, we've seen quite a lot of red umbrellas outdoors outside of your pavilion, and I think the focus here would be possibly to raise awareness of Swiss, lesser known brands and industries worldwide. Now, how have you conveyed that message so far?
Good, very good actually. You know, we've been visited by 1.7 million visitors. It's all about, for us, when thinking of showing presence in Dubai, it was first of all about country branding and public diplomacy.
Yep.
We are attached to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. My unit is called Present Switzerland, and all we do is actually taking care of Switzerland's image abroad. And then when it comes to trade, we invite the private sector, we invite the business council, we invite the Swiss Business Hub in Dubai to come and make use of the pavilion as a platform for them to entertain clients, customers, their own staff, promote services and products. So far it's been very good. We've hosted, I told you about the general audience, 1.7 million, who have come and visited, played with the umbrellas, enjoyed the walk through the fog. But we've also hosted more than 80 corporate events at the Swiss Pavilion.
Well, congratulations on the pavilion. It's a striking pavilion with the reflection and even here with the rooftop bar as well. So it's got a great vibe to it as well. The whole energy itself seems to come on.
I'm so happy you talk about the vibe, because that's what everybody says coming out of the elevator. Arriving at the rooftop, they say the vibe is good. The vibe is good, and we're very happy that, and the rooftop is playing well. I mentioned the corporate events, but it's also playing well for parties that we throw for the thousands of staff working at Expo for the past 6 months.
Yeah.
And it also communicates an image of Switzerland as a very open country, you know, multicultural and open to receive the world. We're not necessarily known for this, definitely not as a party nation, but yeah, it plays the trick.
Well, when I think of Swiss brands, you know, the most common brands come to mind. So what has your purpose from the Expo here been? What is it that you've been focusing to achieve, to actually spread that message across to even further?
Knowing that the government has stipulated, when they approved or gave us the credit to participate in Expo, they have stipulated that 50% of the credit should be covered by the private sector. Okay. So first of all, we tried to find companies that contribute to the image of Switzerland through their products and services. And we had different kinds of sponsoring packages. We have companies that have their own exhibition room throughout the whole period of Expo. Schindler, an elevator company that has managed to create, together with our scenographers, quite an artistic room for themselves. Then we have companies that have made use of one exhibition space towards the end of the visitor journey, one after the other. We've had the chemical companies with us, we had Nestle with us, but we also had we had a new brand with us, Ferronato, that was presenting handbags built or created with a metallized textile, allowing you to be undetectable.
Oh, wow.
That was very interesting. So once again, the pavilion as a whole serves as an emotional platform for our private partners to play on. Other companies that was also quite successful, companies saying or thinking that they should not become sponsors, permanent sponsors, they have made use of our facilities to host their own events. And we have still 2 events coming up. Okay. And obviously we have watches that Switzerland stands for, and chocolate with Sprüngli with their own cafe, boutique and bar, and Rolex being one of the main sponsors next to Switzerland Tourism and Schindler. Yeah. I only mentioned tourism now, obviously. Knowing that we will be talking to the whole world, Switzerland Tourism with 6 destinations in Switzerland was a very strong and important partner for us from the very beginning.
Wonderful. And you mentioned before we turned on the microphones about the success of the Swiss chocolate brand here and how many sales I actually got just for the expo itself.
Yeah, it's amazing. We calculated for the midterm review, and I think it will be more than double of it. We calculated the numbers of chocolate sold, comparing it to the height of Burj Khalifa, which is about 820 meters, and we had 4 times the height of Burj Khalifa of chocolate sold by the end of last year.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, it's the whole experience for yourself, Manuel. How have you enjoyed being here over the last 6 months?
I've enjoyed it a lot, and you know, I must congratulate the organizer and the UAE leadership for having pulled this through. Nobody believed that it would actually happen. We're still in the, let's say, in the middle or towards the end, hopefully, inshallah, of the pandemic, and they have pulled it through. We had some more quiet months, like the month of January and in the very beginning of Expo, but if you go out of the pavilion now, there's hundreds of thousands of people who want to experience Expo. For us, it was difficult. You know? We had COVID here at the end of last year, beginning of this year. We had many of our staff affected, but all the testing was paid for by the organizer, and really it was just a proof that such international events, they can happen if we take care of each other, and they must happen because people are in desperate need to meet physically again.
Yeah. Now, Manuel, I guess the next question would be, thinking from innovation to technology to you name it. What is it that makes the Swiss brands and the Swiss companies so great and the talent so great? What is it that sets you guys apart from the rest?
There's a very simple reason for this, and we have tried to show this through our programming that we did with the State Secretariat for Research, Innovation and Education, bringing in professors, startups, universities. We don't have any natural resources in Switzerland. Yes, we have water feeding Europe, but other than that, we don't have any natural resources. So from a very early day, we needed to be inventive and innovative and come up with products and services that are innovative enough to actually be sold and promoted in the world. The watch industry is one example.
Yeah.
And so, yes, that's what we wanted to show, that I think we have the highest number of patents per capita in Switzerland. We have a big number of Nobel Prize winners, and that's a little bit what we... And we did not directly promote it through the general exhibition, but we made sure that the communication was going through the programming, actually, presenting these aspects of Switzerland which are not known to everyone.
Yeah.
Well, finally, Manuel, what do you believe you're most proud of over the last 6 months here at the Pavilion?
What I'm most proud of is my team, actually. Because they have bared with us from the very beginning. It was not easy. It was very hot in the beginning of Expo. It's getting hot again. They're handling tens of thousands of visitors every day. They're taking care of official delegations. They're organizing events. And I think the team is one of the most important aspects also of a pavilion. You cannot just have an exhibition space that is empty. You need people communicating Switzerland, what we stand for, and I would say the most important was the team for me, yes.
And what are the numbers? How many people are we talking about?
We have a total of 60 people working for the Swiss Pavilion. It's a team composed by Swiss, mainly students, but we've added some foreign people as well to promote the multicultural aspect. We can cover 15 languages with our team, and to this core team of the Swiss Pavilion, we add another 12 at the bar and rooftop space and people selling chocolate. So it's a total of 90, calculating everyone in.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story about here being at the Expo with us on Import Export TV, and congratulations for all the great work you've done, and I'm sure you'll have a major fun time wrapping up the last bit of Expo.
I would truly hope so,
yeah.
yes. Thank you very much for joining us
Thanks,
today.
Manuel.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.